I'm just using a Google roller because I've realised I've left my dice downstairs. So there you go. I've got that in the corner of my window.
It's asking if I want to download a smart virtual background package. I'm assuming I do. That sounds like a good thing. I love it. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. We're living in the future.
Let me get the image I was actually looking for. There we go.
I don't have a good space back.
Done.
I can do Joko.
Hello and welcome. Especially hello and good morning from me in Brooklyn, New York, videoing in, and very pleased to be here to be able to play a game of Lasers and Feelings with some lovely storytellers as well. So it's a pleasure to be here. As I am the GM of this game, and I'm also in my free time I also host and produce a game called Gameplay Radio. It's based on an internet radio station called Radio Free Brooklyn, where every week I have a new guest and a new game, and usually a lot of chaos. So that's, I guess, a little bit of background on me. I've been doing that for about 2 years, and I'm really happy to be able to be here. I guess we should go around and introduce our other fantastic people, because I am not the only one in the room today. Trip, do you want to go first?
Hi, I'm Trip Galey. I am a PhD student studying goblin markets at Anglia-Ruskin University, and I also write fiction, mostly fantasy, and my most recently published story is in the Glitter and Ashes anthology from Neon Hemlock Press. I will be playing Engineer Scott Free today.
Thanks, Trip. Russell?
Hi, Russell Smith, sometime author, sometime even games writer as well, and occasional historian these days. Other than that, avid gamer, and looking forward to being here. I am today Taylor Two-Pew Thomas.
Excellent. And we have Emma. Emmy, Em, go for it.
My name's Emma Newman. I'm an author, an audiobook narrator. I've been gaming for decades, but this is the first time I've ever done it online, so it's all a bit weird. I am also bizarrely a PR person for a duck family quite a lot at the moment. I'm going to be playing scientist Dr. Tack-Eon, I should say. Yes, that's awkward. Flail. I'm done.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, we have David.
Hi, so I'm David Thomas Moore. I'm Senior Commissioning Editor at Rebellion Publishing. I have been role-playing since I was 10, 12, I can't remember. I've never done any sort of online role-playing until this year, but now something I've done a load. And this is my first time playing Lasers and Feelings. I am MedBot 9000, known as Nina to my friends. So I don't have many because I think of you all as largely irritable flesh bags that get yourself injured far too often.
Excellent. Yeah, so this is the crew. Thank you so much to everyone for being here and playing with me today. I'm excited. So I guess as sort of previously mentioned, we're going to be playing a game called Lasers and Feelings, which was created by a designer called John Harper. And the idea is you have two stats. Lasers, you have two things you can do. It's lasers and feelings. And you actually have one stat, and we're going to be rolling against that in order to see what our players do. The premise is that they are members of the crew of the interstellar scout ship Raptor, And their mission is to explore uncharted regions of space, deal with aliens, both friendly and deadly, and defend the consortium worlds against space dangers. But of course, the setup for the game is also that their regular captain, Captain Darcy, has been overcome by the strange psychic entity known as something else, which means that they have to go recover in the medical pod and leave you all to fend for yourselves. So already starting off with a bit of anarchy, essentially. How are you all feeling about being left to your own devices without your captain?
Well, is there anything to shoot? I'll accept punch.
Oh, I'm feeling quite good about this because sometimes the captain is quite unreasonable in his consideration of the lives of the ship over the interesting physics that we can do. So I'm actually very optimistic about the next few days.
I suppose, strictly speaking, I'm not without my captain because I am watching him as he recovers in my med bay, and I'm taking the opportunity to expand at length on all of the things he does wrong.
I have many, many feelings of great depth about everything, but particularly in terms of this exact situation, well, I'm just incredibly optimistic because everything is always awesome and everything turns out all right because I believe so strongly in these, my friends and fellow crew members that, you know, it's just, we just have to keep on being awesome and keep on being amazing and everything's going to be all right.
What a strange individual. I'm glad my lab is on the other side of the ship.
Incredible. Well, as you all are flying through space, probably trying to take it easy a little bit to give some time for Captain Darcy to recover from the something else. You have been passing through space, and you notice that you are being hailed by a ship from the Namphara Alliance. So typically speaking, I'll just share some background info. Obviously, your ship is part of the jurisdiction of the Consortium Worlds, which is one organization, but there are actually several in this area that also kind of share jurisdiction and like have their own like borders within this kind of part of the universe as part of like the galaxy, and that's the Namphara Alliance and the Puggle grouping. Do any of you have any experience with either of these groups, and what was that like?
I do not know. What is the what is our organizational stance on these groups?
Well, wait, I think I missed some of that question. What was it?
What is our official organizational stance on these groups?
What is your official organization stance? I mean, it's sort of like there's been an kind of a balanced piece in like kind of the galaxy universe. So it's been a situation where it's like, oh, you know that they exist and that you go there, but it's almost like you don't. It's not like you're inviting them over for dinner every time, like several days a week.
I don't think my character will have had any interaction with any of them, having been very focused on her work and being quite focused on theoretical stuff. I think she maybe just doesn't actually realize when we come into contact with other people until she's called upon. So I think unlikely.
I would say...
Was someone going to
go? Go on, Trip. You first.
Fine. I would say that I have very likely spent social time with members of both groups in probably a cantina sort of situation. just generally being outgoing and always talking excitedly about engineer type stuff, and my feeling that feelings are awesome and we should share them with other people. So I would say yes, definitely encounters, possibly of a close kind, but I can neither confirm nor deny this.
I've read the relevant anatomy textbooks.
All right. So with this understanding, you have been hailed by what appears to be some sort of militaristic ship from the Nemphera Alliance, and they contact you and they say, "Can you state your purpose in this area, please?"
If no one else answers right away, seeing a little blinking thing on a screen, which is distracting me from my work, I'll say, hello, yes? Can I help you?
Yes, hello. We are doing several security sweeps in this area, and we were just curious, and we were just trying to check and see what your purpose was to be passing through this area under the jurisdiction of the Nemphera Alliance.
Oh, well, that would depend on who you are asking, of course. Generally, people like to explore on this ship. Actually, I'm doing something rather different. I'm examining some very interesting subspace frequencies that have been detected in the area. But if you'd like to ask somebody else what they're doing here, feel free. They're all quite friendly and generally like to chat. Good day. Beep. Sorry, that's awful.
Yeah, you're on the you're on the do not shoot list. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, I feel the best person to ask what we're doing here would probably have been our captain. However, our captain's a little indisposed right now. So yeah, did you have a list of did you have a list of missions or something that you needed somebody taking up, and our captain may have answered a call on without telling us, or something?
I'm sorry, do you belong to an organization, or are you just passing through?
Oh, yes, I belong to the League of Exemplary Physicists. Do you have an issue you wish some assistance with?
I have a Starbucks loyalty card.
Oh, what's that?
Which
yeah, which one? Is it close by, or is it a couple of clicks away?
I think it's back on Earth.
That's so far.
Hang on, is the ID working on our ship?
Yeah, we could really just use some. We could use some ID.
No, I'm asking you. Does it not? I'm not on this tech business. Is it? Don't you have like
a transponder?
The thing that bounces, the thing that pings and goes. We're all right.
We are checking all vessels because there have been vessels in the area that have been. There have been vessels in the area that have been avoiding our attention lately, and so we are checking all ships in the area that we do not recognize as an intricate part of our alliance.
Right. Well, we're not avoiding.
Maybe they were in the middle of a very critical experiment and didn't mean to be rude, but didn't answer straight away. I have been told that can be interpreted as being rude. We're from the consortium, though, if that is of any relevance, and our ship is called the Raptor.
Yeah, totally should have led with that. Sorry.
You're with the consort. Do you have any proof that you're with the consortium?
Oh,
You've got uniforms, look.
Yes. Well, you can't see it underneath my lab shift, but I am wearing a uniform. But it often gets tangled in the way of things, and I prefer the white fabric. Yes.
Yes. Well, yes. Go ahead.
On the internal comms, I'm going to hit up engineering. Scott, is our transponder working?
You mean something might be wrong with the ship? No. I immediately start like going through and checking everything. Is everything all right? Are you okay? Are you okay, Raptor? Are you all right? Do you need help? Is something wrong?
Yeah, I'll hop in on this. Yeah, so we're having this really dull conversation, and they haven't actually spotted that we're obviously not enemies of ours, and we haven't started shooting at them or anything, but they can't tell, and they're asking us for information and that sort of thing, and can't see that the uniform has no holes or blood on it, so they're clearly ours. So
I'm rather confused because I thought that Raptor was written in rather large letters on the outside of the vessel. So perhaps they're having problems with their sensor array or their view screens, that they cannot see it. Or perhaps we need to bring the ship around. But I'm not very confident about how to do that, though I've always wanted to try.
Shouldn't we ask them to identify themselves to us?
As you're discussing this, the Alliance ships that goes, all right, we've finished scanning your ship and you seem to be okay for now, but you should be careful about while you're flying through this area because there's a lot going on.
What sort of a lot? Tell me more.
When you say there's a lot going on,
you were saying what's going on. Well, I mean, there's been a ship that's been flying through this area that has been very, it's been causing a lot of mayhem of late, but we haven't been able to locate it down. And we just want to make sure that no one is passing through without anyone's approval.
Do we know what that ship's called?
No.
No. Okay, got it.
Do you need our approval?
I mean,
You have it.
Everyone on board.
Listen, we are on a different ship. I don't know if I plan on interviewing you all individually for your safety. It seems like you are going through a time right now. We will let you be on your way.
I just wondered if you needed approval, because we can be very approving.
I'm sure that you can.
Yes, you are lovely and fantastic and incredibly competent.
And can I say a smart dresser?
Yes.
Oh, that's very nice of you.
I think we're good.
I suppose.
I think they're telling us to clear off.
I
think we probably should.
Yeah, I think we're going to go continue our patrol, but stay safe out there.
Oh yes, we try.
All right.
I wonder if there's something to do with the strange frequencies I've been detecting. Perhaps it's a ship with perhaps it had a cloaking device or something along those lines. I've always wanted to dismantle one of those.
And then we could remantle it here in our own ship.
Well, yes, potentially, if it's going to be compatible with our systems, but I'm not entirely sure.
Well, yes, we wouldn't want to give Raptor indigestion.
It's a ship.
It still has feelings.
Oh, you are so strange.
All right, so you're flying through space. The Nanthera Alliance ship has passed along, and it's you've seen as you've been passing through this area, ships from the three different main kind of organizing bodies in the area. You've seen ships from the Consortium. You've seen ships from more ships from the Nanthera Alliance and more ships from the Poggle grouping, but they all seem to be just kind of flying around and patrolling the area. You go through a number of other conversations, kind of similar to the one that you just had. And then you notice as you're flying along, you see two other spaceships that seem to be in battle with one another. And you see them flying around and like trying to angle into positions where they can shoot each other, and they're flying really, really quickly. And it seems like it's very intense. One of the ships is really close to destruction, and the other one is faring a little bit better, but they're actually on the run, it seems like, from the ship that's worse off. And they are kind of flying in your direction. What do you do?
Hang on, we're supposed to be. We should. Who do we like here?
Well, let's find out who they are. Can we
Yes,
use our
are they-
sensors?
Are they
Yeah.
part of any alliance or group that we're aware of, or are they complete unknowns to us?
So the ship that's being chased is unidentifiable. You don't see any identifiers on it. As you're scanning the ship, you're not seeing any identifiers. And the ship that's chasing it is in such a state of disrepair that their ID information is basically corrupted when you try to check it out.
Is anyone emitting a distress signal?
No.
Can we try and like compare them with a library of ship like outlines or something with our computer library or something?
You're asking about the type of ships?
Yeah. We can recognize like what organization might have made the ship by its profile. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, whether there's any kind of recognizable technology or the particular method of propulsion or something like that, which would suggest, oh, these are very, very scary bad people, or oh no, they're friends.
So the one that's being kind of the one that's being chased seems like a pretty. I mean, it seems pretty nondescript. It looks like they have some maybe small cannons on the front, but it seems like it's kind of a ship that's been patched together from a number of different sources, and it's kind of hard to tell what the original make of the ship might have been. And the one that is doing the chasing seems to have some stronger cannons and might have had some resemblance to a working, some resemblance to a working consortium ship, but looks like it hasn't been taken in for maintenance in a while.
I'm going to get on the turrets, but I still don't know who I'm actually looking. Still don't know who I'm going to shoot. Someone, crew, someone pick for me.
Wait a moment. I will open hailing frequencies and see if I can establish contact with either of the vessels.
Okay.
Which one?
I'm going to open up to both and say, good afternoon. This is the Raptor from the consortium. May we be of assistance?
You get a quick hail pickup from the ship that's being chased, saying, yes, this is Captain Strath. We require your assistance. We are currently being chased.
But why are you being chased?
Pirates.
That's all you needed to say. Okay, target another ship.
As you try to contact the other ship, it's almost as if it's like a muted silence.
Hello, other ship. Are you pirates? Answer very quickly or we're going to shoot anyway.
You're not sure if it's getting through.
I think that's long enough. Fire.
Okay, why don't you, would someone like to roll a lasers roll?
Right.
In order to try to fire at this vessel?
I think you should. You're firing.
Yeah.
You roll.
Agreed.
Remind me, how many dice we rolling?
Okay, well, if you're shooting and you have experience as a soldier, I would say that you can roll 2d6.
Can I?
And then tell me.
As an engineer,
What's that?
can I roll to assist by encouraging the power couplings to work at maximum efficiency and give him an extra die?
Yes, you can.
What do I need
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll, and if you roll, since this is a what method are you using to encourage the ship?
I am telling the power couplings like how amazing and how bright and how shining they are, and how I am very positive that like the energy flows are going to reach maximum potential, because you know what? This is a Starship Raptor, and you know what? She's a clever girl.
Okay, roll feelings, and let me know if you get over your number.
I got exactly my number.
Laser feelings.
Wow, that is called laser feelings. So with laser feelings, you actually get special insight into what's going on here. So you can ask me a question, and I will answer you honestly.
Since I'm all about the feelings and I'm all about the engineering and all about the ship, I'm going to ask you, does the pursuing ship feel like it's being unnecessarily aggressive?
The pursuing ship.
Yes. The one
Does
that
it
we're
feel
about
like
to
it's
fly.
being? Does it feel like it itself is being overly aggressive?
Like the ship's behavior, is the ship's behavior aggressive?
Okay, so as you are encouraging your ship on, and you're thinking, and you're kind of taking a peek out, and you're looking at this pursuing ship, you get the feeling from it that it is feeling very angry, and it's feeling vengeful and angry, and like it is trying to take the ship down with all of its might.
Okay. Can't see. Russell, what's your character name again?
Oh, you can call me Two-Pew.
Two-Pew. Two-Pew. Shoot to disable, not to destroy. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I get the impression that like I feel like they're justified in their anger, or that like they've somehow been wronged.
Okay, hit the
I don't
jets.
think we have a full enough picture of what's happening
Okay.
here. Disable, not destroy.
But with laser, right? Apologies for interrupting, but yes, with laser feelings, your dice is successful, so you can give that 1d6 to Taylor as they go forth with their shoot roll. So now you have 3d6.
Right. And I'm looking for overall.
So you roll all three, and you tell me how many of them rolled under your number for lasers.
Rolled under.
2 of them rolled under. Okay, so you succeed.
Targeting an engine.
Yeah.
Pew, and indeed Pew.
Pew.
I forgot to point out the t-shirt I'm
Thank
wearing.
you.
Hey!
Oh,
That is
yeah,
incredible.
that's my big brother.
Okay, so you're shooting to disable and not to destroy. So I would say you shoot at the back engines, kind of disengaging their ability to move forward, and you successfully damage them enough that they just kind of stop moving in active pursuit and just kind of slow to like an uncontrolled glide. And the unmarked ship gets back onto your comms and says, "Thank you very much for your assistance. To who might we be turning our thank you?"
Oh, that was Taylor.
They were definitely pirates, right?
Well, you see, that's quite interesting linguistically.
Yes.
Because they only said pirates, but did they mean that they were the pirates or the other people were the pirates? I am wondering that. But never mind. I have a question, ship that's being pursued. I was wondering what the capabilities are of your deflector shield. It looks like a very interesting, multiple faceted effort there. Have you actually combined several vessels all together?
Yes, we are an adventuring vessel, and our engineer that we have on board is very creative with the use of materials that is available to them.
An adventuring vessel.
Yeah, Taylor, we might want to take out the other ship as well.
Nobody told me that department existed.
Oh no! Oh, that's actually a very good idea. Why don't you disable their engines too, and then everybody can meet for a nice cup of tea and resolve the dispute.
Excuse me, are we still? I'm pretty sure we're still on comms.
Oh yeah,
so
sorry, I didn't have heard any of that.
I am. If you're planning on,
just a second.
Oh, where's the mute button? I don't know how to mute this. Somebody else will have to mute it. Don't worry, pursued vessel. We will get back with you forthwith.
We meant another ship.
It's fine. They won't hear us over the blasting. Same again. Different ship.
I mean, if you're going to start shooting, the ship is going to start shooting back.
How rude!
My baby!
Kind of wondering when that was going to happen.
I'm going
to be one of the two.
Right. So if I think after hearing this conversation, the captain of Captain Strath of this unidentified ship is going to say, if that is the relationship we're going to have with one another, then we might as well just start having this conversation now. And then you kind of hear him shout something off the side, and you see what you couldn't really identify it before, but the little cannons that appear to be on the front. There's like doorways that open up, and these like larger cannons like open up out of the sides, and these large cannons are now aiming towards you and preparing to shoot. What do you do?
I think they might be the pirates.
Shoot air guns first.
I'm gonna grab my.
Shoot first, shoot early, shoot often.
I'm gonna grab my triage bag and head up to the bridge.
Oh, I was wondering if this might be a splendid opportunity to test some things that I've been working on. I'm just going to have to make a very brief modification to the photon torpedoes, and they're designed to emit a vast range of different sorts of particles that confound projectiles heading towards us. So I will hurriedly do things with the computer to do that. I won't tell a soul what I'm doing, of course.
You do that, I'll get the deflector shields for you.
Do you want to? I would suggest you roll for lasers, because that is essentially what you are creating here. I'd say because you are a scientist and kind of programming these lasers, that you are an expert in the field. I wouldn't say that you're prepared, so you currently can roll 2d6.
Whee! One is on 5 and one is over. Why 6? Why? So I have one which is 5, which is lasers and feelings, I think. Laser feelings.
Yes, yeah, if that's your number, then that's lasers and feelings. Yes. So you definitely succeed, and you can ask me a question about what's going on.
Is my amazing technology working against their weaponry? Do we have an advantage now? Or are we in dire peril?
Well, the lasers are going to work. The laser shield will definitely work against their aiming tech, so that is definitely going to help you. But you're definitely still in some danger. I think you thwarted that variety of attack.
Okay. Taylor?
Yes?
So I think that it would be very wise to give it all to them. Blow them out of the sky, darling.
Oh, we're not going for just breaking the engines this time.
Well, they were very rude. I did mention tea, and they just threw that back into our face. And then they fired on us first. They just overheard a theoretical conversation and decided to take this course of action. And so personally, my opinion is that whilst I've done all I can with the very exciting new technological advances, whenever I do say so myself, I do think that they do just need to be ended.
Yeah, I agree. Good man is cosmic.
No, they are aiming guns at my baby. Blow them out of the sky.
Yes, they fired them at us.
Defensiveness are also feelings.
It's so rude.
Is the Captain Trap a human, or is he an alien type that we recognise, or?
Human.
Yeah, blow him out of the sky.
Whoa, we're unanimous. This never happens. Right, fire.
Okay, you are aiming to fire. Roll those dice for lasers. I guess that's. I mean, y'all have been pretty prepared to kind of shoot them out of the quote unquote sky for a while. So I would say you get expert and prepared for this. So roll 3d6. And you're trying to get under your number.
Okay, I have one under the number.
One under?
Ooh, lost audio.
Oh,
To destroy the ship?
There we go. We lost your audio a little bit there.
Oh no. Is it back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great. You barely manage it. So you're trying to destroy the ship?
That seems to be consensus, so yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So there is going to be a complication, and I think the complication is that you do aim and manage to damage, like to destroy the ship to a level that you start seeing like emergency lights flashing from it. But because of Dr. Tack Eon's shield that she has going up around you, one of the missiles that you aim at the ship gets a little confused, turns around and hits itself, like hits its own cannon. So you are down one cannon.
Oh, why would it do that?
Oh no!
Oh, that's so embarrassing. I'm so dreadful.
Emergency
sorry.
repairs! Emergency repairs!
That's not what I anticipated at all. It's very interesting data.
Why would it do that? Why?
It's an excellent question, and I'm just looking into that right now.
I have a hypocritical oath, so I have to teleport over now.
Teleport over to the other ship.
Yes, it's because of my hypocritical oath.
Fine, I'll come with you, boarding party.
Oh, are we all going to have a look at their technology? Oh, that's so thrilling. May I come?
We're tending to their wounded.
Oh, well, if you insist. I just want to see what their deflector shields are doing because they look very unusual.
Scott, or are you getting us out of there safely?
I'm so torn. Like I don't know if I can
when we
leave the
inevitably
raptor
start
behind.
screaming at you.
Like I don't want to leave you guys without assistance, but I don't know if I can leave the raptor behind because it has taken damage. Like I feel I need to fix it, and I feel I need to stay here and defend it because I don't think there's anyone else to stay and defend it.
Oh, that's an excellent point, actually.
Your call, Chief.
I will stay. I will stay and do repairs and play home team defense.
We'll keep an open comms channel.
All right, and remember, if you hear us screaming, beam us.
All right, so you hop into your, I guess, emergency kind of side vessel that like kind of detaches from the Raptor, and you make your way over to this ship, which is definitely starting to scatter. And as you approach the ship and but as you approach, you do see that they have their own kind of safety, like detaching vessels. I'm sorry, I can't remember the official space name for these right now.
Escape pods.
Escape pods.
Escape pods. There you go. Thank you. And the escape pods are you see that there are filled with that there are two of them, and they seem to have like 3 in one and 2 in the other, and they are kind of like flying in your direction now. Do you meet them?
Do the escape pods have any kind of weaponry on them? Or are they just literally just like lifeboats?
They seem to be, I mean, the pods themselves don't seem to have weapons grafted on them, no.
I wonder if this may be an issue if we pass each other, because then they may arrive at our ship and we'll arrive at their ship, and we will not have the advantage because their ship is very, very nearly destroyed and ours is not. And I feel the swap would be inadvisable.
Let's go back to our ship then.
Let's go back to our ship, and then we can invite them on board, ask them if they wish to reevaluate the offer of tea and a discussion with the other ship, and take it from there, shall we?
Amazing. So you're turning around.
Yep.
And you turn around and you head back, and you look behind you. The escape pods from this other ship are now speeding up, as if they're trying to get past you, and they are kind of picking up their pace, trying to race you back to your ship. And they get close, and it looks like they're trying to aim so that they kind of like nudge you, like kind of do one of those things like with racing cars where you hit your opponent as you drive away. And they are getting nearer and nearer to you to scrape your ship. What do you do?
Race them.
That's so rude.
It sounds fun. Okay, yeah.
I'm going to put my seatbelt on.
I'm going to put the pedal to the metal.
I'm trying to decide which kind of a role. Well, it's a race.
Oh, is there anything I can
Trying
do
to
to
decide
like
which kind of role it would be.
Power so that we can have like one big burst of power now, so that we have the velocity to get us back faster and to miss their side swipe. So I'm gonna start tinkering with the fuel ratios in the hope that we can have a big burst. Do I roll? Is it 2 dice I roll for this as well, or?
Yeah, I would roll 2. One for just one, and then because you're an expert in science, so 2d6.
Bloody hell! There's another 6. The other one was 3 though, so that's below.
Okay, so you have 1 success, but you barely manage it. So, and it does come at. And there is a complication or cost. So I think you do manage to get the burst to get ahead of the other pirates that are coming through. But as you make your way but then the burst is uncontrollable. So as you fly like a lot faster towards the ship, you do accidentally fly into your ship. And
Keith, get the emergency nets
kind
ready.
of crash into it.
Oh,
Maximum
isn't
spring.
my specialism, you see, flying. I just I'm so dreadfully sorry.
So now you're kind of partially stuck, half in and half outside of your own ship, and the pirate pods are now approaching as well.
Okay.
Can we now get into the ship?
If we punch a hole through our escape pod and through the hull of our own ship, can we get in that way?
Yeah, I mean, I think with some gear to make sure that you don't like have to worry about not being able to breathe because of the lack of oxygen, you can crawl onto clamber through the hole and into your own ship, and then you're okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And you better hope that your comms are off, because otherwise you're getting an earful from the engineer.
Well, I don't have to worry about oxygen. I don't have to worry about oxygen.
Scott, were you hoping to try to make any repairs during this time?
I was.
It's getting worse.
Apparently my to-do list just got longer.
if you're hoping to make a repair check, whichever, I think you tend to want to use feelings for repair checks. You can do that and see how successful you are.
How many dice?
I mean, I'd say you're probably fairly prepared at fixing things because that's what you were hired to do. So 3d6.
I'm going to assist.
So expert and prepared.
Else.
Awesome. Okay. So running up and down the corridors, like running my hands along the like power leads me like, it's okay, I got you. Oh no, I got it. And taking out like the electrical tape, like it's like plasters and wrapping it up. It's okay, I'll fix the boo-boo, it's okay. I have a 1, a 2, which is laser feelings, and a 6.
Okay, you need to roll over, but you did get laser feelings, which is an automatic success. So you do succeed, and you get to ask me a question.
In between running and checking all of the like alarms, because clearly proximity alarms are going off. Point being, we've got our own ship through our ship. So can I tell that the other 2 escape pods are they coming towards us, or were they just trying to like wreck our?
No, they're coming towards you now.
Okay. Do we have like deflector shields or a tractor beam or something like that that I can use to sort of like, I don't know, baseball bat them into space?
So you're asking, is there a way to prevent them from getting like touching the ship, essentially?
Yes.
I think if you have a creative way of doing it and you roll well, then sure.
Okay. I will think about that while you hopefully help the rest of the crew get on the ship to help me. Help them help me.
Yeah.
Might I suggest perhaps listing the vessel about 45 degrees, maybe upwards? It's going to make our jobs a little bit easier and a little bit harder because we'll be sliding down, but it'll also shut the lip on them so that they can't just fly in.
Is someone going to do it? You're fixing the vessel. I will try and patch in to the navigation controls to do as he suggests. This is not going to go well.
I'm going to stick my helmet on because I
oh yeah. Let's put our helmets on.
If we do that, the only way is down when I get out of this. When I get out of this part of the ship. So.
Okay. So I'm going to put on my helmet. So that I have environmental protection, and then try and patch into the ship's navigation to tilt the angle as suggested, whilst also saying, I think they may have been the pirates.
I think you're right. Talk to me on.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm guessing this is just 1 dice, isn't it? Because this is really not something that I am prepared for or expert in.
Yeah, I would say 1d6 sounds about right.
3. So yes, that's below.
Right under your lasers.
Yes.
So, and it's just 1. Unfortunately, because it's 1 die, that means you barely manage it, and there is a complication or cost.
That's my style. Okay, so are we able to enter more easily as a result?
Right. So I mean, so the intention is to tilt the ship so that your pod can get into your ship. Is that the intention?
Yeah. So we slide down, and while they're trying to fly in, they don't have anything to fly into apart from the bottom of the ship.
I see. Okay. So you do manage that, and that's successful. But now the cost is now that these two pods are now they didn't fly into your ship. But they have sort of like catty-cornered both like sides of the ship, so they're surrounding you as much as they can surround you.
That's fine. It's brought us a bit of
So it's like one in front of the ship and one like around, so like the side of the ship. And you get a hail on the comms from this pirate captain again, and he says, "Now listen here. I think this has just been a bit of a misunderstanding. Maybe we can work together in some way, before both of us are out of a ship in the middle of space."
1 second. I'm about to do the toboggan of a lifetime. Yahoo! Then slide down the ship.
You hear a deep sigh from the captain.
I would agree, actually, that there was a dreadful misunderstanding, because if you had just enabled us to slow you down and then met for tea, then none of this would have happened. Are you now suggesting...
If you had not decided you were going to shoot our ship, we would not have shot you first.
That is one interpretation of events, I suppose. Are you proposing that we do actually have tea now?
I mean, if they're willing to surrender, I'd say we accept it.
Yes, because you are the ones in the escape pods and we're the ones that are still in a viable vessel. I do believe that's the advantage. And also we have a kettle.
We still have some left.
Sure, yes. We will gladly board your ship as prisoners.
He's making that voice I've heard in. He's making that voice I've heard in training. You know the one where the diplomacy training we have when only one side is trying to be diplomatic and the other one's.
Yeah. What I think you were trying to say, you will come aboard our ship, not you will board our ship. Is that?
Yes, of course. Yeah, I now understand that we are in a dire situation, and as you have the only ship in the area at this moment, we must comply.
Oh yes, well, jolly good. I'll end the communications and I'll say to Taylor, get your biggest gun. And all of us should have guns as well, and we should be ready to point them at them when they arrive.
I was sliding to. I think this is the armory. Ow.
I'll also get some tranquilizers out of my triage kit.
No, later. Let me have the fight.
Just to be on the safe side, I will prep the airlock to blow it on them and shoot them back out into space at the first sign of shenanigans.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, I like that. Okay. So the pods dock. Do you have multiple pod docks on the Raptor, or is it just one?
Even if we do, we're not going to tell them. No, single point of entry for those bitches. Sorry.
Yeah, we've got one that works for them.
Yes.
Okay. So one of the two pods flies up, and there are three people aboard, 3 humans aboard the ship, and you open the airlock, I assume, and in steps 3 humans, all looking very. I mean, it's pretty clear that they are pirates. They have very kind of efficient-looking clothing, nondescript, with the occasional flair of style, like a vest or a fancy hat, which, I guess would also fit under a helmet, because sure. And they show up, and they are standing there. One of them, who is standing in front, opens his arms out wide and says, "Well, here we are."
Hello, are you the captain?
Yes, I am Captain Stab.
Captain Stab, I just need to inform you we do have a medical issue on board ship, and I would like to, just as a precautionary measure, give you this broad spectrum vaccine.
I'm sorry, what?
We have an infection on the ship. Our captain is currently in recuperation, and we've all taken this space vaccine, and I just want to, as a precautionary measure, administer a space vaccine to you. We've lost crew members to this already.
I'd listen to the bot if I were you. You don't want to catch something else, do you?
Is this a deception, or is this COVID in space?
Are you asking as a GM? This is a tranquilizer.
Yes, as the GM. As the GM.
Yeah, this is a tranquilizer. I'm going to knock him out.
Okay. This is a risky lie, so I would like you to use feelings.
Oh.
To roll for feelings. Taylor, since you chimed in, if you want to roll to assist, you can.
I get the you really should listen to it. It's got roll.
Yeah.
How many dice is this now?
I would say for you, 1.
Is more than one person able to assist?
That is a good question. I think it depends. If you find different ways to assist, then I wouldn't object to multiple people assisting, but they have to be different ways to help.
So
do I get the special dice for being a doctor? Do I get 2 dice because I'm a doctor? Sorry, do I get 2 dice because I'm a doctor?
Yeah, I would say you get 2 dice because you're a doctor. Taylor, I think you were rolling feelings, and since you rolled under your number, that is a fail, so you cannot give another dice.
Oh, well.
Dr. Tack, did you have something you wanted to do? Or?
I didn't know if it would count as different enough, but I was basically just going to reinforce the lie by babbling about how it's a very, very interesting disease. It's an airborne pathogen, and that we've been trying all we can, like just kind of bombarding them with science about everything we've been trying to do to clear it out of the filtration system on the ship, and it just didn't work, and just trying to reinforce what's being said, or lied about rather.
I think that falls under the category of the same thing Taylor was doing, which is like, I'd listen to Niner. Yeah. So I guess just to, what, was there something, Taylor?
Small piece of advice. Don't do what I did and cock your weapon while you're talking. Apparently it does.
Right, I've only got 1 success, but it's laser feelings.
Well, that's all you need then, I guess. What question would you like to ask of me?
I guess how dangerous do I think they all are? Are they like fully armed and ready to take over the ship?
They're fully armed.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Does he let me inject him with the tranquilizer?
Yeah. He kind of makes eye contact with your vision processors and sticks out an arm and says, "What a better show of faith than offering my humble arm to the protection of the ship from a deadly virus."
Right. Yeah. It's a powerful sedative, and it should knock him out.
And he goes down. But what about the other 2?
Shoot them! Well, if we've all got if we all got things set to stun in the description, I seem to recall we all have personal weapons set to stun.
Okay. Yeah,
I just want to shoot them. They're pirates.
Oh, I was coming back from the army.
They are.
I'll get there in a minute.
So yeah, I would like to...
if you...
Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. If you're shooting, you can roll for lasers.
How many dice is it to shoot with? Our default weapon?
For you, I mean, I guess if you have your weapon on, you would say 2 dice.
Okie dokie.
I wouldn't say you're an expert, but you are prepared.
I've got another 6. That's a 6 in every damn roll. 1 under.
1 under. Okay. That's a success with a complication.
No.
Every single damn thing I do.
On the way.
Yes, and. Yes, but.
I mean, if that isn't a metaphor for how sometimes life works, I don't know what is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you do manage to stun. I guess the other. I guess, are you aiming at both? I guess you managed to stun the other 2, but you're kind of shooting all over the place, I imagine, because you're just kind of aiming.
Yeah, widespread.
Generally.
Yeah.
Just so you do manage to hit a control panel, and you do tase the ship, and the power goes out if you give it too much of a charge.
Whoops.
All right.
So,
Just don't tell Scott that I did that, because he may be upset and talk about feelings, and I find that rather disturbing.
Got everything you needed out of the army. Fine. Clank, 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 clank.
I'll take all of Captain Stab's guns off him and strap him into a med bed with the restraints.
And I'll take the guns off the other 2 that are unconscious, and maybe bash one of them on the head just to be sure. Ew.
there's still another pod that is now flying around.
I am very, very distressed. Very unhappy about the list of things that are going wrong on the Raptor. So I will happily throw open a communications channel and be like, look, I have had a terrible and trying day. We have taken out your captain and his 2 accomplices or whatever. We hold all the cards here. You are going to pack it up, move off, and shuffle off to Buffalo and get out of my sight, or I will blow you all the way to space dust.
Wow. Roll a very strong feelings check.
Sorry, something just flew into my window.
Oh no!
That was
Sorry,
really good timing.
Oh my god! Sorry, I've just got to check that there isn't something dying on my roof.
Oh no! Oh no!
How many dice?
I'm really sorry about that. A pigeon just hurtled into my window and is now looking really, really dazed on my flat roof. Sorry, carry on.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. Poor bird.
Yeah, it's really stunned.
Bird just, I guess, wanted to play. I don't know. I don't have a good response.
So.
Scott, I guess roll your feelings check. Since you're very feelings oriented, I would say 2 dice.
Got a 2?
Yeah.
And a 5. 2 is my number, so.
Cool. Well, your number is a 2. Your number is a 2, right? So
Yes.
that's a laser feelings.
Yep. And if I'm trying
Is there anything you want to know at this point?
No, I'm good. I have too much information. My need to know is I need to know nothing else, otherwise I'm going to be overwhelmed.
Okay. So you give this very impassioned speech to the other pod with the pirates, and they take a moment, and then they just start flying away.
Yeah,
they don't even say anything. They just kind of start backing up and flying away.
So has Taylor just arrived?
Yeah, you'd better run.
Oh, Taylor! Oh, it was dreadfully exciting. What an extraordinarily large gun that is. They've all been incapacitated.
Didn't you leave me anything?
No, though perhaps
Clean
you'd
up
be
on
so good
aisle
as to
5.
defend me from the engineer when he finds out that I was the one that hit the control panel.
No. You're on your own there.
I'm going to run away to my lab.
And on that fantastic note, unless anyone has anything else, any last little minute notes?
We possibly need to apologise to the other ship and hand over this prisoner.
Yes, that would be a very good idea.
And maybe offer assistance, but they may not want it.
I might, apologise to them while still holding the huge huge space blaster and so. Yeah, sorry about that. Slight misunderstanding. I hope everything's square with us now.
Blame it all on the something else.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Blame it all on the something else possessing the captain.
Yes, we're
the one who has to do the write-up, so.
Yes, we're dreadfully sorry about the misunderstanding, and do feel free to come over for tea whilst your ship is being repaired. And of course, you can have the pirates. You can take them into custody.
Yes, the captain of that ship does say, yes, thank you very much. It was a bit distressing when you sent us drifting off into space, but thank you for picking us back up. And thank you for taking care of those pirates. I think they might have been the ones that have been trying to dislodge the quantum tunnel, which would have been a very large problem for everyone in this little corner of the universe. So thank you for that very much.
Yes, that would have been a big problem, but would have led to some very interesting data. I will go off to my lab.
You can do the theoretical. I'll just quietly cut the comms. Doctor,
Yes.
do we actually have tea?
Yes, I think so somewhere. I think I was using it in one of my experiments just a few days ago.
Is there any left?
Yes, though it may be mixed in with some other ingredients, but I'm sure it will all be fine. Perhaps it will improve the taste.
You're also still on emergency power right now, so if there's power to heat up water, that would be quite impressive.
Oh, it's fine. We'll just rig up what's left of that other escape pod. It's a kettle.
Excellent. And hopefully with some tea to be found and a new friend and possibly some new accolades, considering you saved this part of the galaxy from quite a lot of trouble. We will call that the end of the game for now.
Yay.
You did it.
Yay! Who needs captains?
We do.
We do. That was ridiculous.
That was incredible.
They should not be left unsupervised.
The hypocritical oath, incidentally, is where I harm no others unless we're in the right.
I did wonder.
That's one way to do it. Incredible.
I can't believe it.
Well, thank you all so much.
Yeah, thank you for
Thank you.
Thank you. That was
Yeah, it was a pleasure. Should we remind everyone who they've been listening to or who they've been watching for the past hour?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll try to go in reverse order, I think. David?
Hi, I'm David Thomas Moore. I'm Senior Commissioning Editor at Rebellion Publishing. It has been a delight to be MedBot 9000.
Excellent. Emma?
I am not, in fact, Dr. Tachyon. I do believe in the power of tea like she does, but I am actually not as awful as her. I'm actually an author and an audiobook narrator, and thank you for joining us.
Russell?
Hi, I'm still Russell. Yeah, I'll hopefully be able to unleash some more writing upon you in the world soon, and you can catch me wittering about that and that history, football, and various other things on Twitter.
Excellent. And Trip?
And I've been Trip Galey. You can find me at Trip Galey on Twitter. And thank you for letting me witter on about my feelings.
Yay.
Oh,
Oh, and I am the GM, Erin Levine, found on the internet on Twitter as @ErinIsABird. That's ERYN is a bird, because I thought it was cool when I made that name. And I host a tabletop role-playing game radio show called Gameplay Radio. You can hear it live on Sundays at 2 p.m. On Radio Free Brooklyn, or you can listen to the archive wherever you find podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It's out there. But thank you all so much. I guess
Thank you.
that's
Thank you.
thank you.
Bye.
bye, everyone.
Bye.
David, I've got to catch up with you soon.
Oh, yeah, no, we do.
Just on the thing. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do we? I've just muted and stopped video. Leave.
Yeah,
Good
that'll do
Lord.
it.
Right, I'll get there in the end. I'm leaving then.
Me too. Bye-bye.
Okay, then. I need to actually have a cup of tea in the real world. Bye.
Excellent. Bye.